Now, many of you already know that NEO has been that stock that has been surging in terms of the share price, which is really making so many of the new investors to be really excited, including myself. I mean, this is a stock that for the longest time we saw it trading below $10 per stock, and there were those that were adding during those times or those moments, but some were still waiting for NEO to fall probably to $5 before they can start adding this stock to their portfolio, or at least add more shares, which we did not get to see that. What we are seeing now is NEO trading over $13 per stock, which is something that, of course, it's making those that wanted to buy at a lower price sort of like regret as to why they did not take the opportunity of buying NEO when it was trading below $10 per stock. Now, the big question that is amongst the new investors right now is if whether NEO will maintain this surging of the share price that we are currently seeing in the market at the moment. Some of the retail investors are going to an extent of asking some of the technical guys to even put out their charts out there just to check what their price target on NEO is for the next couple of weeks or couple of months, which is, ladies and gents, I personally believe that as not only this coming week we'll be getting the NAV insurance registrations for this week coming out of NEO, but we'll also be getting, ladies and gents, the July deliveries, of which, ladies and gents, you already know that a lot of people are saying that NEO could deliver around 20,000 vehicles for this month. There are those that are still saying between 17 and 19,000, but ladies and gents, as I've said, I think in one of my two previous videos, I personally think that 20,000 it is possible. We might see NEO getting to 20,000 because one of the things that we've been seeing when it comes to the NAV insurance registrations for the last week of the month, we usually see these numbers, of course, coming out in big NAV insurance registrations, which is something that, of course, it is a good thing, and it makes me to realize that actually I believe that we can get to see NEO delivering 20,000 vehicles. I mean, you remember the last week of June, NEO reported total NAV insurance registration for the last week of around 4,100, which is something that must just show you the kind of good deliveries or the kind of good sales that NEO is able to generate. And if you even go to check the previous months, you will notice that on average, or most of the last week, or in the last week of the month, NEO usually sell or report good NAV insurance registrations, which is something that obviously it's a good thing. Personally, I think that even in NEO themselves, they're probably targeting 20,000 vehicles, which should we get to see that, I personally believe that the surging in terms of the share price when it comes to the NEO stock will continue. NEO will continue surging in terms of the share price, which is something that, of course, will happen if NEO is to deliver or report total deliveries of around 20,000. Otherwise, before we dig deep into this video, you already know that this video is just an entertainment video and not a professional financial advice video. And if you seek professional financial advice, you already know what to do. That is, you need to go and consult the professionals. All that I'm saying here are just my opinions and not professional financial advice. However, I would really appreciate if you can just hit that like button if you are enjoying the content that I'm giving you about what we might expect out of NEO from on Tuesday, where not only they'll be reporting the NAV insurance registrations but also the July deliveries. So hit that like button. If you have not subscribed, consider hitting that subscribe button also, and hit that notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. NEO is a stock that I discuss a lot on this channel because I believe in its fundamentals and its future prospects. So yes, without wasting any more of your time, I personally believe that if we get to see NEO delivering around 20,000 vehicles next week Tuesday, ladies and gents, we might actually see the surging of the share price, or we might actually see NEO continue rising in terms of the share price, which will be so good to the investors because, ladies and gents, so many of the investors cannot wait for NEO to go back over $20 per stock. I mean, personally, my average, ladies and gents, is just around $23.64. I loaded the boat on Tuesday when the market opened, so I was very excited because, ladies and gents, I continue to load my shares, and as I've told you, my total NEO shares which I own at the moment, it's around or almost 1,800. This is something that, of course, I'm very excited about because this is a stock that I've been buying for some time now. So I personally believe that yes, next week, come Tuesday, if we get to see NEO delivering around, even if it's not probably exactly at 20,000, but anything between 19 and 21,000, I personally believe that it will take NEO's share price of course, to continue rallying, because, ladies and gents, we've been patiently waiting to see NIO not only coming with a new delivery record, but with also delivering around 20,000 vehicles. So to get to see that might be happening next week makes me to be really excited as the new investor, because we've been patiently waiting for this 20,000 figure for quite some time. So at the moment, I'm hopeful, because as I've said last week, or in the last week, what we've been seeing on the NAV insurance registrations report, we usually see companies like NIO reporting much better NAV insurance registrations for the previous 3 weeks during the month. And to get to see that last week NIO reported 4,700, it makes me to be really excited, because, ladies and gents, for NIO to hit the 20,000 deliveries, they need to deliver, of course, or they need to report 7,300 more deliveries, which this week I'm hoping that they're doing whatever they can to get to, of course, that figure. But obviously there are also deliveries that will come from Europe, which will be added to the NIO's monthly deliveries. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I make tons and tons of stock market investing videos, and if you think that this video was amazing, please don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.